Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, madam, we can hear.
Okay. Can you introduce yourself? Like, why do you want to learn Excel? Are you fresher or working professional? Oh, 2025. Okay. Yes. Okay. You're looking for a job. Working as a accountant. Okay. Tirupati? Chandra?
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Tirupati.
Yeah. Myself Tirupati Naidu, ma'am. I'm working already in Kim's Hospital as a DCM HR.
Okay.
I need to update Excel, ma'am. Already I know Excel, but I need
Okay.
to.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Chandra?
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
I'm working as I'm a working professional from last 15 years.
Okay.
Still, I feel that I'm into basic only. So,
Okay.
as
You want to upgrade yourself in Excel.
yeah, myself.
Great, Shiva. Okay, Jayavan.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, Shiva. Hi.
I'm working in a exports company, a Virgin Enterprise,
Mm-hmm.
to upgrade my Excel skills and give a better presentation reports in the dashboards, like advanced reports.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jayavan. Thank you.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Good morning. I am an accountant.
Okay.
I need to learn basics Excel.
Okay. Shugan Kumar.
Hi, I work for Norton LifeLock as a principal accountant. So I'm
Okay.
looking for VBA and macros.
Mm-hmm. You know Excel completely?
Uh,
Because to learn VBA macros, first of all, you should be good with Excel. Whatever you are doing in Excel, that will automate in VBA. So first of all, we should know all the concepts in Excel. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So first, if you want to go for VBA macros, first complete Excel part, then go for VBA.
We will talk after some time once this session is completed.
Sure, sure. Mananmani. Okay. Shirisha.
Hi, ma'am.
Okay, okay, no problem. Prashant.
Yeah, hi, madam. Good morning.
Hi.
So,
Hi, Prashant.
yeah, I'm a working professional. So I just want to upgrade my skills.
Oh, working as a?
Uh, and the operation side. So,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
It's fine. Syed Ismail. Chitralekha.
Yeah, hello, ma'am.
Hi, Syed.
Yeah, I'm looking for a job. That's why I want to learn.
Are you a fresher or?
No, I had done business, but right now I'm
Okay.
looking for a job
Okay,
from
fine.
that, not for sure. Right.
Okay, fine. Okay. What? What is the use of Excel? Can anybody tell me? I mean, why do you want to learn Excel? What you will do with Excel? What is the use of Excel?
It's easier to prepare the reports and show the figures and facts.
To create the reports and for presentation purpose. Okay. What else?
To input the data and get the results and analyze it later.
Input the data. I mean, for calculation purpose.
Yeah, get the results and so we can analyze it actually.
Correct.
Based on-
For analysis purpose and for calculation purpose. You have so many formulas from version to version. They are increasing so many formulas. Right? Yeah. What else? To store the data. Okay. You can store data in the form of tables or in the form of information. Tables means it will have some rows and columns. In the form of table or just the information also you can store. After storing the data, sometimes you have to do some calculations. We have till 2021 522 formulas. From version to version, they are increasing. In 2003, we have only 341 formulas. Again, in 2007, they increased some formulas. 2010. So, every version, we are getting some more formulas. So, as of 2021, we have 522 formulas. Okay. You can do some complex calculations using these formulas. Just you will provide some input. Once you press enter, it will give you result. Okay. That is calculations. Third one is for analysis purpose. What is analysis? Why to create a report? After creating the reports, we will do analysis. What is the meaning of analysis? Analyze the data. Okay, what you will do after analyzing the data?
Decision making.
Decision making. Okay, let me show you some sample data. Here, I have some sales data, okay? Row ID, order date, order priority, like the sales column, discount column, profit. So all this you have. Okay, this is some sales data. I have data in the form of table. Can you tell me, you have a column called region. In which region we have highest sales and in which region you have lowest sales? Can you able to tell if you have in the form of table? You cannot, right? You need to create a report, correct? That may be
Yes.
pivot table report or normal report, or you need to write some formulas, correct?
Yes.
You can't decide if you have data in the form of table. You don't understand it. Which product we are getting, we are having more sales, where you have less sales for which product? In which year you have good sales and in which year you have bad sales? Where in which product you are getting profit, for which product you are getting loss? All that you want to understand. If you have data in the form of table, you don't understand anything. Okay. In one day, you will have date wise, suppose that value, if you are doing sort, you will have only one record at a time, right? But year wise, if you want to analyze, or product wise, if you want to analyze, you will have so many records on the particular product, or in a particular year, you will have so many records. You need to do by year or product wise on a particular label. You can't do that because you have, if you see this data, you have 8,400 records, which may be for only 2 years or 3 years. Correct? Or for in the same date, you will have multiple transactions. In the same date, you will have multiple product related transactions. So you don't understand if you have data in the form of table. What is table? Just to store the data. So to analyze it, we will create some pivot tables. Finally, we'll create some dashboard. Now, in this case, you have data like this, okay? Some filters. Okay. So now you can see in East region, you have highest profit. And in South region, you have least profit. Now, specifically, I want to understand why we got less profit in South region. So select only South here in the region filter. Now you will have only South related data. So if you see here, technology 41% profit, office supplies 47%, and for furniture only 12%. Now in detail, I want to check about only furniture. Okay, go to furniture in the product category. Now I can see for tables, I'm getting loss 12,000. And bookcases 3.7K, around 4K. So for particularly these two products, I'm getting loss. So what you have to do? Maybe that is the quality issue, or if the quality is good, still you are getting loss, then stop selling that product. So that kind of decision you have to take once you analyze your data. Is that clear? That if you have data, yeah, saying something?
No. Continue.
Hope you got some idea what is analysis.
Yes.
Okay, let's go for our Excel. Your batch number is 730. Hope your number is added in the WhatsApp group. Okay, if you have any questions, you can post in the WhatsApp group. We will give you drive access. So every day after the class, I'll upload classroom files in the drive. You can download and practice. Okay. So let me open our first file. Today, I'll just explain you what is the flow, like what you are going to learn in our Excel classes. Okay. This is about Excel. Stages in data analysis tool. First, you will have just a data, raw data. After that, you will normalize it. Maybe you need to add some columns, or you need to split the data into, see, suppose I have a name, first name, middle name, and last name column. But in my analysis, I want to show full name. There is no full name column. So you need to create a full name column. You have a date field. I want to split only year and only month from the date, because I need to analyze my data based on the month or year. So you need to get a month column and year column based on this. Or some extra spaces you have in your data, or unwanted characters you have. So you need to clean them. You whatever raw data you got, you have to normalize it first. You need to get a clear data. That is your final data set. Then you will summarize it using some formulas or pivot tables, or present it, analyze the data. Finally, you will protect or print or share that file to other people. That is the flow in any kind of analysis tool. Okay. So what is the use of Excel? To store the data and for calculation purpose and for analyze the data. Your history of Excel. This is Visual Calci, which is started in 1978. Super Calci 1980. Lotus 123 is 1983. Actual Excel is started in 1985. The name is Excel in 1985. Nobody will ask you. This is just for your information. Okay. And who are the competitor for Excel? Do you use any other application which is working like Excel?
No.
No, right? Everybody uses Excel only. Why Excel? Why? Huh. Why everyone is using Excel only to store the data or for analysis? Maybe you can use, sorry?
Easy to access.
Easy to access, okay? And in every system, you will have Excel. And everybody can able to understand Excel easily. If you see analysis tools like a Power BI, Tableau, ClickSense, all this, you should have a license. And if other people want to use it, they should have access, a license. And using, to analyze, to use it, they should have some application related idea to use that filters, all that. But here it is very, very easy to use and everybody can able to understand it easy. And licensing cost is very, very less compared to other analysis tools. Okay. That's why Excel is the competitor itself. Every time when they are releasing the new versions, they're adding some extra features. So again, we purchase a new version and install it to use that new features, right? That's why Excel itself is the competitor. Okay. First, let's understand the terminology of Excel. These are columns, vertical ones, A, B, C, D. These are all called columns. And 1, 2, 3, 4. These are called rows. Okay. A is a column name, and that A we will call as first column. Column number 1. B is second column, C is third column, like that. Column names. Okay. And cell is intersection point of row and column. What is a cell? Intersection point of row and column. I am in which column now? D column, and which row? 21 row. So D21 is the cell address that you can see in the name box. Okay. Next, intersection point of column and row. Worksheet. These are called sheets. Together, all rows and columns we will call as one sheet. Okay. How many rows we have and how many columns we have? Let me tell you. We have A, B, C, D, right? Like this, you will have up to except D. Do you want to see? To right side. This is the last column. If you see this column number, it is 16,384. So you have 16,384 columns from 2007 Excel. Okay. In 2003, we have only up to IV. IV is nothing but 256th column. From 2007 till now, you have up to XFD, which is 16,384. Okay. Coming to rows, you have only 65,536 rows in 2003. From 2007 onwards, 10,48,576 rows. Okay. So if you see rows here, move down. Yeah. 10,48,576. So this many records you can store in one Excel. Okay. Next, worksheet will call it as sheet also. all the cells in one sheet. And workbook is nothing but a file. Together all the sheets we will call as one file. See, this is called one file. One file or one workbook. Both are same. Is that clear? Next. Object model of Excel. First you need to install Excel application. Then you will create a file to work with Excel. One file you have to create. And then at least you should have one sheet. One Excel sheet. At least one sheet. By default, once you create a new workbook, you will have one sheet. One sheet, under that you will have cells, pivot tables, charts, all that. Under sheets, you will create all this. Okay? That is the object model of Excel. Next one, file types. By default in 97-2003 Excel, you will store it as .xls format. If you save any file, it will store in .xls format. Okay. If it is .xls, you can store only up to 65,536 records only. And how many columns? 256 columns. IV is the last column. If it is .xls 97-2003 file format. And you can store Excel as well as macro coding, both. What is macro coding? You will write some code, whatever things we are doing manually, that you can automate it. Example, suppose my daily work is, I need to collect data from, I'm a manager. I have 10 people working under me. So I need to collect data from 10 different people. Consolidate that data, remove duplicate values, and filter with yesterday's data, create some report, share that report to some higher management. That is my daily work. To do this work, suppose it's taking some 2 hours or 3 hours of time. Are you sure after completing this work, you did 100% correct? Maybe by mistake, I may forget to remove duplicate values, or maybe I forgot to filter the data. Right? Maybe I miss some steps because I'm doing it manually. But if you write a code, macro code, it's a step-by-step execution. It will only take the data. It will open one by one file. The code itself will open one by one file. It will copy and paste. And then remove the duplicate values, applying filter, creating the report, and it will send mail also automatically within fraction of seconds. It won't take hours of time. Within fraction of seconds, it will complete that work. That is a macro coding. That is automation. So that code you can store if it is .xls format. Excel as well as macro, both you can store. Okay. If it is .xlsx, from 2007 onwards, default extension is .xlsx. In .xlsx format, you can store only Excel data, but not macro coding. You can't write any macro coding. Even though you write macro coding, it will not store. Okay. To store macro coding, you have to save it in .xlsm. That is macro enabled workbook. And in XLSB also, you can store Excel data as well as macros. So this both will store Excel as well as macros both. When you have XLSM, why to store in .xlsb format? It's like that if you store any file in .xlsb format, it will reduce the file size. Just like a zip file. Okay, let me show you an example. See, Same file with same data, okay? But extensions are different. If it is CSV file, 1850 KB. .txt, both will take the same space. .xls format, it's taking 3067 KB. But the same file, if you save it in .xlsx 1410 KB, but XLSB is taking 815 KB. It will reduce the file size. Sometimes when you have huge data, you are not able to send through email, or you are not able to upload the files in the drives or SharePoint or somewhere, right? So in that case, if you save it in .xlsb format, it will reduce the file size and it is easy to send or upload. Is that clear? Yep. That is the difference between XLSM and XLL. And XLSX, XLSM and XLSB can be accessed only from 2007. If it is 2003, nobody is using 2003 now. If it is 2003, you can save it in .xls format. Okay. And in .xls format, you can store only 65,536 rows and 256 columns. That column name is IV. If it is XLSM, XLSX and XLSB, you can store up to 10,48,576 rows and 16,384 columns. And this is the last column. Can you tell me what is the last cell in Excel from 2007? Last cell. Okay, first of all, what is cell? The section of rows and columns. What is the how to identify the address? What is the address?
Formula bar we can see.
Column name, then row number. Okay. What is the first cell in Excel? A1. A is the column and 1 is the row. Cell is A1. What is the last cell?
XFT 163.
XFD 10 lakhs 48,576. And in old version it is IV 65,536. After this you won't have any cells. Okay. Do you want to know how big is your Excel spreadsheet? So how many cells we have in Excel? 10,48,576 rows and 16,384 columns. This into this will give you total number of cells, correct? So this many cells we have in one spreadsheet, one sheet. And seconds in a year. So we have 365 days and per day we have 24 hours, 60 minutes and 60 seconds. Per 1 year, you have this many seconds. If you do this by this, it's giving some 545. What does that mean? If you are taking 1 second per one cell, it will take 545 years to fill one spreadsheet. If you start filling it manually, per one cell, if you are taking 1 second, start typing it, it will take 545 years. That much big is your Excel spreadsheet. Is that clear? Some question. Okay. Next, version differences. First difference is we have 65,536 rows in 2003 and 256 columns, and the last column is IV. And extension is .xls default in 2003. And you have 341 columns. Okay. There is no repair. First of all, let me show you the formulas list. All this this complete material you will have in the drive, okay? You will have a functions library, one folder. There you can see the functions list. You want to see the formulas from 2003, 341. These are the formulas. Okay. Version wise you will have. All formulas we are not going to learn. All 522 formulas. Some important formulas which are useful for data analysis purpose. Around 200 formulas you are going to learn. Some trigonometry formulas and cubical formulas, engineering formulas, all we don't use in analysis. So all that we are not going to learn. You will have this list. Let me go here. First, I'll start with date and time, which are related to date and time related data formulas. And then logical, if formula and are nested if related formulas, conditional based, all you will learn in logical. And then text related formulas, information, mathematical, statistical, and lookup and reference. These are the categories you are going to learn. And the flow is, suppose today I explained you about date and time formulas. Then we'll have some tasks related to date and time. You will have Excel tasks. These are based on home tab and other tabs. Okay. And even you will have using formulas also. But category wise formulas you will have here. If you see date and time, you will have only date and time related tasks. Example, find out salary of a person based on the below information. Okay. And what information we have? The salary you have to calculate for this month. Based on that, you need to find out what is the last date of that month. And then you need to find out how many total days we have in that month. How many working days. How many leaves that employee is taking. After, reducing that leaves, what is the total number of working days. And then salary per day. And what is the final salary. So that kind of calculations you have to. Let me go for one more. Suppose principal amount is some 20,000, interest per month is 2 rupees per 100. And we gave that amount on 1/1/2015 and again returned on 25/6/2016. So what is the total interest amount? Okay, one more task. Fixed salary is some 4,50,000. PF is 2% on the fixed salary. Joining date is this and relieving date is this. What is the total PF amount? So like this, some real-time examples. This is completely based on date and time formulas. Next category is logical, right? You will have tasks based on logical, only logical, as well as date with logical combination. Because now you know date and time formulas also. In text category, date and time, logical text combination. Like this, some easy tasks to complex tasks you will have. Total together nearly 300 tasks you have. 300. If you practice this, you can do any kind of work in the real time. Because you won't have this much complexity in your real time. But if you practice this, you can do any kind of. Some question. Lookup and reference is a category name. That's it. VLOOKUP is the formula. Lookup and reference is the category name. Okay. We are going to learn in the formulas party. Here you will have lookup and reference. All the lookup and reference related formulas you will have here. In this category, VLOOKUP is a formula name. Very good. Yeah, VLOOKUP is the formula name. Okay. Is that clear? Okay. Where are we now? Yeah, formulas. Apart from this 200 formulas, if you want to learn any other formula, anyways, you have the list here. You can click on any formula which we did not discuss. Suppose you want to learn some A cos formula, okay? Just click on that. It will give you some Microsoft help. And what is the syntax? Argument description with example. You can learn like this. If you want to learn any other formula which we did not discuss. Okay? Next one. There is no ribbon in 2003 Excel. What is ribbon? Let me hide it. Control F1 is the shortcut key to hide or unhide the ribbon. Control F1. You can't see something here, right? When I press it. This part is called ribbon. In 2003, we used to have like this. Sorry. See here. Just a tab. If you click on it, you will have the options. From this list, you have to choose your required option. Same like that in 2003. But here, if you click on it, all the options you can see here itself. Insert tab related options. Page layout. This is called ribbon. There is no ribbon in 2003. From 2007 onwards, you have this ribbon. Okay. From 2007, 10,48,576 rows and 16,384 columns, except the last column. And default extension is .xlsx. Not only for Excel, for PPT it is PPTX, X added. For Word document it is .docx. Like that, for every application they added extra X because lot of improvement from 2003 to 2007. Okay, and extra 12 formulas added. And what are that 12 formulas you can see in the list. Where if you filter by 2007, you will have only 2007 formulas. 12 formulas. So these formulas you can't use in older version. Older version formulas you can use in new versions, but new version formulas you can't use in older version. Just remember that, okay? If I'm using some formula but you are not able to see in your system, means maybe you are using an older version than me. Okay, just check that from which version that is available. That feature or maybe that formula. Okay. Okay. From, okay, to 12 formulas extra added. So total 341 from previous version and 12 now. Total 353. Ribbon interface added and basic features like conditional formatting, tables and some chart options were improved from 2007 onwards. 2010 same, but extra 57 formulas added. And user interface further improved more. I mean ribbon part. And you have slicers and spark lines from 2010 onwards. What is slicer and spark line? Slicer is like you have a table here, right? You can insert slicer like this. In this table, you will have table design. From here, you can insert a slicer. It will show you all the list of columns. I want to apply filter on salary column. Say okay. So if you, not salary column, sorry, designation column. On designation column, say okay. Now if you click on HR, it will show you only HR data. Select manager, tester. Not only table, even reports also. Just now we saw in the dashboard example, right? If you click on South region, it is showing all the reports are showing only South related data. It's just like a filter. Okay, but instead of that drop down and selecting the filter option from 2010 onwards, they introduced this feature. So you can able to understand easily what values we filter and applying filters is. Okay, this is slicer. Next one is spark line. Spark line also added from 2010. Sparkline is nothing but a chart which we can insert in a single cell. Okay. So let me delete and show you. Okay. I want to see NM1 performance from week 1 to week 4. Is it increased or decreased? So for that, usually we'll create a line chart. Okay. I can see first it is decreased, little increased, again it is decreased. This is for NM1. What if you want to get for NM2? Will you create one more chart? You have to create multiple charts, right? What if you have 1,000 employees? Will you create 1,000 charts? No. One more option is dynamic chart. Like I'll create a drop down. Whatever name I'll select, it should show me only that chart. But selecting one of the value from 1,000 list is difficult. Select drop down like this. See, you will have like this, right? Now you have only 7, but if you have 1,000, you have to select one value from the list is difficult. So this sparkline is nothing but a chart, but you can insert in a single cell. Like this, see? Insert. Here you will have sparkline. These are sparklines. Suppose I am choosing line sparkline. And this is my data range. Say okay. Right. If you want to increase the height and width, you have to increase height and width of chart. Row and column width you have to increase. And even you can change the color. Okay. You want to highlight the points where you have it is decreased again, increased again, decreased. If you see in the same record, you can see the performance. There is no confusion. Just like a column, new column, you have to create the sparkline column. In the same record, you can see the performance. Okay. This is available from 2010. Okay. Next one. 2013, extra 50 formulas added. And you have timeline option. Timeline. This is also like a filter option. But this works only for date and times. Okay. Do you have any example? Okay. Let me show you one. Suppose I have a table here. Okay. In the pivot table, click on insert timeline. What fields you are getting? Order date and ship date. But if it is a slicer, you will have all the columns. Slicer you can create for any column. What is slicer? It's like a filter. But timeline you can create only for date related field. Suppose I want to apply filter based on order date. Okay. It will show you like this. Right? Suppose I'm selecting only years. Now your report will show you only years. If you select 2012, you can see only 2012 data, 11 data. Based on year and quarter you want to see 2012 quarter 1 and quarter 2 I want to filter. Your report will change based on the selection. Or month wise, or day wise. This will show you horizontally and slicer will show you vertical. And slicer works for any kind of column and timeline works only for date related. This is available from 2013. Okay. Next one. Flash fill. Flash fill. Flash fill. Flash fill also available from 2013. And I'll open one flash fill. Okay, see. You have a full name. I want to get first name in one column, middle name in one column, and last name in one column. For that, maybe you have to write some left, right, mid formulas, or text before, text after formulas, or text to columns option. But from 2007 onwards, they introduced a new feature. If you want to get first name, type manually first name for one record. Mahendra. Okay. Say enter and Control E will give you all first names. Type Singh, Control E, all middle names. No need to write any formula. See here, you have a car number. I want to get only last 4-digit car number. Type 1, 2, 3, 4 manually in one record. Say Control E. Right? You have some mail ID. I want to get just a mail, username. Info. Control E. Okay. I have alphanumeric data. I just want to get characters in one column and numbers in one column. A, B, C, Control E. You will have only characters. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, based on the first value you are entering, it will understand the pattern what we are looking. And it will fill the same for remaining all until the last record. Okay. Next one. That is about, what is that? Flash fill. Control E is the shortcut key. Okay. And then quick analysis tool. I'll explain you what is quick analysis. New chart types were introduced like box and whisker chart, and histogram charts were introduced from 2013. And cloud integration. Let me explain you what is cloud and quick analysis tool. Okay. Let me take this data. I have this table, right? What you will do with the table? What are the different options we can do with the data? Maybe you will create a pivot table. Or maybe you can create a chart. Or you want to get totals in the bottom. Correct? Or maybe you want to apply some conditional formatting. Correct? So, if you say Control Q is quick analysis. Or do a right click. You can see quick analysis option. Shortcut key is Control Q. It will show you all the possible options. Control key. Wait, not working. Something problem with my system. I'll show you tomorrow, okay? If you just take some data and try to apply, press Control key, you will get all the options. Whatever the possible options you can do, it will show you pivot tables, charts, subtotals options, conditional formatting. Instead of going to that particular option from here itself, you can create. That is quick analysis, okay? That is available from 2013. And cloud integration. If we have a Gmail, you will have some Google Drive. You can store up to 15 GB data. Same like Google Drive, you have OneDrive option. in Excel. I mean, Excel applications. Sorry, not Excel, MS Office, all actually. In OneDrive, you can store up to 4 TB data, gigabyte data. If you want to share file with different people, you can share. Your file is in your system. You can do right click and share with multiple people. Just like in Google Drive also you can share with multiple people. We are also doing the same thing, right? You can download the file or other people can edit the file. You are a manager. You are sharing this file with 10 different people. All 10 people can open file from their system and they can work. But you can see the changes in your system. Correct? That OneDrive option, and you can store the file. Even though the files are, you are using a different system, if you log in with your credentials, all that files you can see there. Correct? Same like a Google Drive. You have OneDrive option and the data will store in cloud. Okay? That is available from 2013. Next step. 2016. Extra 11 formulas added. And you have Power Query and Power Pivot and forecasting feature. Forecasting means future reporting were improved. I mean, assume like you have some last 5 years data. You want to analyze what will be the next year sales data. Some forecasting report if you want to create, you can do that. But you should have more options. You should know more options to create a forecasting report. In our data analysis, we don't create any forecasting report. If you have data, then we will analyze the data. And you have Power Query and Power Pivot. What is this Power Query and Power Pivot? In detail about Power Query, you are going to learn in Power BI classes. But I'll show you small example. What is Power Query? If you want to load data from other application, like you have data in suppose SQL Server, you want to import into Excel. But in SQL Server table, I have some 70 columns. All 70 columns I don't want. Only some important columns, like some important 20 columns I want to import into Excel. Okay. So that you can do in Power Query Editor. You have first name, middle name, and last name. You have to create a full name. That you can do in Power Query Editor. Okay, that won't reflect in your actual data. Only when you are importing, it won't import first name, middle name, and last name. That Power Query Editor will create a new column called full name, and when you are importing it, you will have only full name. That modifications of data, that normalization you can do using Power Query Editor. Okay? Data modification, normalization, everything you can do in Power Query Editor. Just like a automation, some automations you can do using this Power Query Editor. That in SQL Server, they stored in uppercase. But when I'm importing it, I want to get in proper case. Only each word first character upper, remaining all small characters. After importing, actually you can create a formula, but I don't want to again create formulas, all that. Using Power Query Editor, what you can do? You can modify it, the data. It's like you have SQL Server and Excel, but in middle, it will go to Power Query Editor and it will do all the modifications. And in Excel, you will have that modified data. Okay. Next, Power Pivot. I have 2024 data in one sheet, 2025 data in one sheet. I want to create one pivot table which is giving the comparison of 2024 and 2025. So is it possible to create a pivot table using two tables? You have data in one table, 2024 sheet, other data in 2025 sheet. Is it possible to create a pivot table? No. You have to get complete data into one table, then only you can create a report, correct? But using Power Pivot, you can do that. Even though you have data in different sheets, are different applications. One data I have in Excel, one data in SQL Server, one data in Notepad. Still you can create a report using Power Pivot. Okay, that is available from 2016, right? Next. Coming to 2019, some more charts improved and data types like geographic and stock related data types added, and accessibility features. Some people who are disabled, for them, they added them new features. Okay. And 2021, extra 9 formulas added. And what are the features in 2021? You can see in the link. You have some X match, X lookup function, let function. Okay, and what else? X lookup, some dynamic arrays option, let function, X match function. Okay, sheet views, accessibility ribbon, all this improved from 2021. And Office 365. Office 360 extra, you have 36 formulas and total 522 formulas. What is Office 365? One time purchase and use lifetime. Suppose now I am using 2016. If you want to use 2021 features, are you able to use it? No. You have to uninstall this 2016 and purchase 2021 and install it. Then only you can use it. But if it's Office 365, it's like a live application. If you are getting new features, that you will get in the application automatically. No need to uninstall the application and install it. Only one time purchase it and you can use lifetime. Whenever they are releasing new options, features, all that you will get in your system. Okay. Better to use Office 365 if you are using for a personal purpose. Is that clear? So the flow is, first I'll start with the home tab. Home tab, clipboard, all these options I'll cover. Number formatting, it's very, very important concept. Conditional formatting, format as table. All these home tab features I'll cover first. And then I'll go to formulas. Whatever categories I expand you, date and time, logical, one by one I'll complete. Once all the formulas done, then I'll go for tabs, insert tab. Pivot tables, charts, I'll explain at the end. But some illustrations, what is spark line, filters, links, page layout, which is related to printing options. If you want to print your documentation, how to print it, and to adjust the columns into single page. Same row I want to get in all the pages. How to do all that options you are going to learn in the page layout. In formulas tab, you will have formula auditing related, formula execution related options. Step by step, if you want to execute the formula or you want to understand the formula, like what values you are giving as an input to the formula, all that we are going to learn in the formula auditing options. And then data tab, which is very, very important tab, how to get data from other applications, how to give connection from Excel to other application to Excel. Okay. You have data in SQL Server, but you want to import into Excel because you want to create your report in Excel. But people are maintaining data only in SQL Server. So how to get into Excel? Or without importing the data, just you want to create the report, but the data is in SQL Server. How to do that? That you're going to learn. Okay. And the sorting option, filtering option, text to column, flash, fill data validation, remove duplicates, consolidating data from multiple sheets to single, what if analysis, forecasting, you are not going to learn here, grouping, ungrouping, subtotal, all these features you are going to learn in data tab. And then review tab is for protection purpose. You want to give a password while opening the file, or no, you don't want to allow others to enter the data in the sheet, or that entire sheet you want to protect, but one column you want to give permission to enter data, only particular range, or you want to hide your formula, or you want to lock entire sheet or cells. See, I'm able to select it, right? But if you lock it, nobody can able to select the cell also, how to lock it. So all that protection related options you will have in the review tab. View tab is just for a view purpose. See, page break preview, page layout view, view wise, grid lines on, off, formula bar, headings. These are view purpose. How to compare two workbooks side by side, how to keep horizontally. That view related options you will have in the view tab. Finally, I'll explain you pivot tables, charts, and two dashboards. One is using pivot tables and one is using formulas. Some attendance tracker I'll explain you how to do. That will be our Excel. Okay, is that clear? So from tomorrow onwards, I will start with home tab. Actual options we are going to learn tomorrow. Today I just gave you overview. Actual class I'll start from tomorrow. Okay. Fine, guys. Any questions from your side?
No, madam. So I just
It's
want to know.
not.
So you will explain each tab in detail, right? So
Yes.
yeah, okay.
All the options I'll cover in each tab. Like step by step I'll go. First I'll complete home tab, then I'll start with formulas. Then you are going to learn one by one tab.
Okay. Okay.
Ribbon is not like a command button. It's like a all the features you can see itself here itself, like a icons. Okay, you can see like an icon so that you can use it easily. Any other questions? If nothing, you can drop the call. Thanks everyone. We'll continue tomorrow.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you.